Well, things have quieted down a little bit since I started my new role, but that doesn't mean that I'm stopping my savings. Hello and welcome to another Transfer Tuesday video where I'm going to show you all how much I made, how much I spent, and where the rest of that money is going. In case you're new here, I'm Raymond, a software engineer on the path to financial independence and retiring early, and I've managed to save over $130,000 so far. If you'd like to follow me on my journey, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, so thank you so much in advance. Starting at the top with my income, let's start with my 401k, which is still sitting at $1,510.59 of contributions per paycheck. This hasn't changed, although it will in the very near future. In terms of my HSA, this is still also sitting at $131.25, as well as my paycheck itself, which I received $1,651.15. There are two things that sort of happened that were kind of substantial for this paycheck period. The first thing is that I finally received my tax refund, all $715.79 of it, and I'm really glad to have that and finally be able to actually invest that amount. It would have been nice to have received it earlier, but I guess what can you do? Another thing is just some weirdness with my company. For some reason, when I got promoted, I was moved from a semi-monthly to a bi-weekly pay schedule, which means that I'm going to be actually getting a third paycheck on this Friday. I'm not including the numbers here because I don't know exactly how much money I'm going to be making off of this paycheck, but I definitely will talk about it during my next net worth update. Next, let's move on to some of my expenses, starting with my rent and insurance and utilities and all that other stuff. I paid $103.08 for a myriad of utilities as well as my renter's insurance. In terms of transit, I spent $30 on public transit for this pay period. And for groceries, I spent $98.66 for this paycheck period. Now this is a little bit low, but probably because of the fact that I spent $202.60 on eating out for this paycheck period. In case y'all don't know, I typically budget about $50 for eating out every single month, and I absolutely blew past this budget for this month, but I'm kind of fine with that. Now, it wasn't my intent to spend over 4 times my budget for eating out this month, but sometimes the outings with friends kind of cascade on each other, and this is kind of what happens. I typically try to plan things out a little bit more carefully, but this time some things just came up. I don't expect this to be a problem or a pattern that continues though, so I don't think that adjusting this up for the future budgets is going to be necessary. Finally, for my fun money budget, I spent $94.31 across a host of different things, including starting to take a little bit more care for my plants. I'm not able to do a whole bunch in this apartment, but I'd say that my onion plant is at least doing fairly well, and I'm hoping to try to do some hydroponics with a couple of other different plants. Finally, we have my funds, and starting with my student loans and medical bills, I took out $19 for my student loan payment for this month, as well as deposited $177.07 for my payments for my loans and medical bills in July. Next, we have my travel fund. I'm just depositing $250 into there for a total of $1,607.71 in this fund. I am planning to withdraw from it pretty heavily for the next month, so keep an eye out on that budget video. Finally, for my credit card annual fee fund, I am depositing $127.83 into this bucket. I am expecting that my Chase Sapphire Preferred, I believe, is going to come up for an annual fee very soon, and I'm probably going to downgrade that to one of the no annual fee Chase cards once that's done. In any case, that's all for this Transfer Tuesday. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.